Hi, I am Dr. S01EP01, Professor and Head Department of Psychiatry, Dr. D.Y. Patil Hospital and Medical College. As per our slogan, moving ahead in troubled times, let us discuss all your doubts regarding mental health and the ways to stay safe in this situation. I think this lockdown is affecting our mental health in both positive as well as negative ways, but more so in a negative way. I think it depends on what our resilience is. People may be facing anxiety or depression or irritability. These are stressful times. We have an invisible enemy. Nothing can replace human emotions. What we keep on hearing is the death toll, the people infected, and various health warnings and alerts, which are most of the time presented as exaggerated information to people. Individuals in quarantine deal with social and mental stigma. The relatives also deal with stigma. I think the term social distancing is wrong way to put it. We should be using the term physical distancing rather than social distancing. People with dysfunctional families, those living in abusive parents or in-laws are the worst affected. We do not have control over everything. Absenteeism is on a rise. Only 32% of the population is resilient. About 15% of the population is working under increasingly stressful conditions. As the lockdown goes on extending from the second to the third phase to the fourth phase, I think the percentage of resilience is going down. These are unprecedented times and they need unprecedented measures. Let us see how we can deal with these unprecedented times. Human Resources Department, CBSE, NCERT are finding alternatives to ensure continuation of education, but the budget is limited. Online learning is a lifeline for education, but there are a lot of practical issues in implementation of online education. Socio-economic factors is the most important issue. Limited internet availability, only a few percent of people being able to use internet. The internet usage in India stands at 20.1%, while in rural areas it stands at 13%. The total internet usage in urban areas amounts to 37.1%. Thus, majority of the country will be left out, achieving basic education if this lockdown continues. Now the shift is from teachers to the parents, but the question is, do the parents have academic intellect to impart education to their children? In India, about 37.4% of the population may not have an adequate education to teach their children. There would also be loss of nutrition as midday meals would be lost. Children will have difficulty in resuming schools after the huge gap. Investment in education will not be a priority. I feel the districts with green zones should be allowed to restart schools with physical distancing. Children are not able to talk about their problems. This appears to be the most important problem in the current situation. Most of the exams stand cancelled, however. Assessment of education is a must. The most important thing is making and following a regular schedule. People in the family should discuss and make regular schedules. They should pick up the right information and not believe in rumors. They should eat healthy, avoid junk food. They should exercise or do yoga. People should maintain physical distance rather than social distance. They should communicate through Facebook, WhatsApp or whatever group that they have which provoke positive thoughts. They should do things that they like. If you feel irritable, take a deep breath and observe your breathing patterns. Observe your breath going in and out. These are few things that you can do. There are a few don'ts as well that you have to follow so that the person who is depressed can come out of it. Some of the don'ts are no discussion of the illness as nobody knows what is going on. Do not see the breaking news. Control your emotions. Say no to addictions. Do not keep on complaining. Self-talk is very important. Consult your doctor if you have any problems. There are quite a few helplines that are available that can help you deal with your problem. Negative thoughts are bound to come in, but at the same time it is our duty to make sure that positive thoughts are brought in. The key to this is self-talk. The first self-talk that you should have is this situation is that I am not in control of the situation. and I cannot change the situation. I will accept the situation. I will try to control my emotions. I will try to do this in the best possible manner. I will not worry about things that are not in my hands. I think that this is the best way to deal with the negative thoughts that keep on popping to you whenever you are under stress. Online meetings are used in 12-step groups. However, it is difficult to stay anonymous in such settings. That is the drawback of these online meetings. These are uncertain times. The lockdown would have effect on the illicit drugs supply. The illicit drug supply would keep on increasing. People may use aftershaves and pain varnishes to get over their addictions. Problem drinking would be on the rise because of the stress. Isolation, deprivation of support, with the government starting the sales of alcohol and people buying cheap alcohol, a big problem will ensue in COVID-19 may prove as a trigger to some people who would relapse. 35% of the people have cut down on alcohol because of non-availability, and 6% of the people have given up alcohol. But at the same time, the use of illicit drugs could be on a rise. There is a lot of stigma associated with COVID-19. About 14.5% of the population has anxiety, 8.9% seems to have depression, and 6% are under stress, and about 7.7% of the population seem to be suffering from PTSD. Now these figures could vary depending on how the data is collected and calculated. There are supposed to be more amongst the medical workers or the frontline workers. Medical workers are under huge stress because they are under pressure from duty timings, the lack of PPE, and increased paranoia that surround them. The non-uniformity of treating modality is also one of the important factors which brings about a lot of anxiety in people working as frontline workers. I would like to suggest a few things that include 1. Maintaining personal hygiene, following rules like distancing and hand washing, wearing masks. 3. Avoiding crowded places, staying connected with friends and relatives. Improve your mental health by practicing yoga and meditation and following your hobbies and interests. I think this should help you out. See, knowledge is power. I see this platform as a useful and innovative tool in empowering people to understand the way of coping and dealing with the pandemic. These are difficult times. You need to develop resilience, and it would come through social education. I think the community Mediescape is doing a wonderful job. We will get through this together if we could have some navigating tools in sailing through this pandemic. Thank you.